So this is my
This is a
review
demonstration
for
of
the
Flip for Mac.
Tips for Men by The Angry Therapist. Overall, I really liked it. Just because three things I really liked about it was the freshness of it. We've all heard of those men improvement books that say like, yeah, don't call a girl for 3 days, or uh, for the guys who watch like How I Met Your Mother, like how Barney Stinson says has all these rules. So I like how it's fresh and it's kind of going back to
This is a
giving more
demonstration of
respect.
Flip for Mac.
I also like how the tips are very bite-sized. It's something that you could read maybe one and work on for a day, or you could leave it lying on the coffee table and just pick it up whenever you want to. So it's not really heavy and kind of preachy, so I like that. I also like how there's a lot of common themes between the tips. So one was the whole idea of like giving and taking, so that kept on reoccurring. So it kind of
This
provided
is
me
a
with
demonstration
this
of Flip for Mac.
basis, instead of the tips being wildly random. So I like that. Some things that I thought could be improved upon were the consistency. I felt like some of the tips were very disproportionately given attention to. So like for example, there would be very few sentences allocated to something like mentorship, which I thought was a very big thing that could have been expanded more. Whereas there were whole paragraphs
This
on
is a
really,
demonstration of
I don't
Flip
want
for
to say
Mac.
trivial, but smaller details such as, let's say, tipping. So I felt like a lot of the bigger issues could have been expanded more, been made less vague, or at least given enough attention to. Another thing that I thought could have been improved were explanation of terms. I know there's a lot of people who already read the blog and are familiar with terms like the pseudo self, the solid, metacognition, but I feel like if this were something that I would
This
like
is
to
a
recommend to a friend
demonstration of Flip for Mac.
who has no prior knowledge of the blog, I think sometimes should be spent, explaining those terms or jargon that's new to the book. Another one, and this isn't really maybe a note for improvement, and it depends. I guess I was trying to figure out who the target audience is and what stage in their life they are. It said in the very beginning how this was supposed to open up a dialogue. I'm not quite sure what that meant. So for me, I kind
This
of
is a
wanted to see a little more of
demonstration of Flip for
how
Mac.
we're supposed to use the book. Is it, I mean, I'd hate for it to be something that, yeah, you just read through, it's cool, it makes sense, but it doesn't really change you. It doesn't really push you to change anything in your life. And so maybe something in the very beginning that says how you'd suggest we use the book. Is it something that we read through all at once, we pick the ones that are relevant and focus on those? Is it something that we pick one and work on that for a
This
week?
is a demonstration of Flip for
Instead of
Mac.
just saying, be a mentor, well, how? Or maybe some suggested tips. I don't know if that's the intent of the book. If it's not, then maybe that could be material for something else. But that would have been nice. But otherwise, overall, I think it's a really great book. It's something that I would definitely recommend reading. It's not hard to read, especially for us with busy lives. And best of luck.